Alright guys, this video will go over my reasons for my opinion in thinking that Rainbow Six Siege is the best military shooter on the market. Why do I think Rainbow Six Siege is the best on the market? God knows there's plenty. I mean, there's a new Call of Duty and Battlefield every time you walk out your goddamn house. But I feel like Rainbow Six Siege succeeds at this because by the way their game works, the 5v5 mode, attacking and defending, each person on either attacking side or defending side has unique characteristics. Like, Sledge uses a sledgehammer, Blackbeard at the bottom, the Navy SEAL looking guy, puts a shield on the tip of his gun. Sure, you might say, oh, well that isn't a major difference. Well, it kinda is, especially if you get to know these operators, like, know how to play them. Because if you play as an operator who you don't know, then you're either gonna get bodied hard as hell, or you're gonna have to hope that your team's good enough that they can carry you, like me. Or, you know an operator very well, and you still have to get carried by your team because you're absolute dog shit. Like me. Now I know some of you MLG Call of Duty pros are gonna dislike, comment down below, oh, you're an idiot, Call of Duty's so much better, it's so much more streamlined and whatever. Give me your hate. I feed off it, turn it to energy. But, I just feel like in Siege, who you pick actually, matters. Because, say in Call of Duty, you look at somebody like, huh, wow, that's a generic white guy, number 10. He looked kind of more like me. And that's it. Sure, some perks kind of customize your guy a little bit more. But that's like saying your Honda Civic's different from that guy's Honda Civic. Why? Because your rims look a little different. It's still the same goddamn car, just with the rims are changed. There's no real major difference. Or it's like saying you and some other guy get the same haircut, except your hair is a different shade. It doesn't make a goddamn difference. The point is, you're still the same thing overall, just look a little different. Sure, in Siege, Zofia and Ash pretty much are the same thing. Let's not kid ourselves here. But they're a little bit different, as Zofia has more options when it comes to her grenade thing, and Ash is, to me it seems like Ash is a much harder target to hit due to her looking thinner and usually being in all black, making it very hard to see her. Not to the point where it's unfair, but you get the point where, like, she's good at this. And Zofia can pretty much will herself back to life if she gets knocked down and no one's around to revive her. But, that's my point, though. In Call of Duty, you can either be nameless black dude number 5, or if you're feeling really exotic, you can be nameless Asian number 2. And then, boom, new characters, let's slap new names on them. Hell, the only cool-looking characters in Call of Duty games are the guys who don't look like normal motherfuckers. They look like people wearing masks and shit. Like in the new Modern Warfare game, the multiplayer, mostly Warzone. I haven't really played Modern Warfare, pretty much Modern Warfare 4. Is multiplayer, because it doesn't look special to me. I'm sorry, it's the truth though. But yeah, the Ghost character is the coolest looking guy because he looks nothing like anyone else. He has a mask on. Looks like he has some character to him. That's what I'm talking about here. My point is, I don't want every FPS. Obviously, every single FPS can't be like Siege, where most FPSs are massive multiplayer games, like 60 dudes trying to shoot each other, filled on Mountain Dew and syringes. But like games like Overwatch and Siege, their whole thing, their crutch basically is character. And maybe I'm just too used to games like this, where everyone isn't the same, where if you pick somebody you don't know, you'll get bodied hard as hell. But I feel like in Call of Duty, I'm not asking for Shakespeare with writing or anything. I just want each character, I'm not saying everyone needs to be missing an eyeball, missing 3 fingers, they only got 1 left nut. But that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is for each character to look a little bit goddamn different. And no, I don't mean, oh, well, there's only 1 Asian in this game. That's not at all what I'm talking. That's not like unique characters. It's a unique model. Like why is he enlisted? Does he have a story to him? And I know you could just feature them in the story mode and then put them in multiplayer. Wouldn't it just be easier to just write a goddamn text, a block of text? Because then I can't say you didn't think about this at all. Like you weren't like, that one YouTuber with less than 1,000 subs is really mad at us. Let's go appeal to him. I mean, but listen, I may be wrong on this. I may be right. Maybe you don't want your characters to have writing or anything like that. Maybe you want them to stay as nameless Joe Schmoes. That way when you murder them, you don't know why they're there. Make sure they're not fighting for their family or whatever. But, like, in my games, I want to know who I am, and why I'm fighting, and for what. I want to feel like, you know, I'm a character, not just some random avatar for me to shoot people with. So, you know, if you disagree, that's great. I love that you disagree. You can go in the comments and write, oh, I love Call of Duty, you're all wrong, or not even just Call of Duty, other games too. Like Battlefield and, you know, shit like that. But, like, you know, like what you like, don't be a dick. I mean, that's as nice as I can be. I mean, I know I'm sounding like a little bit like a dick right now, because I kind of am. I ain't gonna lie to you on this. But I feel like my points are strong here. Even when you're looking on screen right now. Sure, these don't look like, some of these don't look like the most interesting characters, but they all do different shit. The guy I'm playing as Glaz, the Russian sniper. His scope has a flip sight on it where every enemy turns into a bright yellow through any hole on the wall, and I can shoot him. You wanna know what's the thing that brings Glaz down? The fact that his sniper rifle, if you're doing a close range encounter, it isn't like a rifle or a shotgun where a couple hits will put a fucker down. This thing is incredibly difficult to use up close. I don't know if it's just me or for everyone else, but for me personally, this shit is hard. Like a pre-stick at a preschool. But, you know, I just don't like Buck, for an example. His thing is a AR and a shotgun at the same time, which is really cool. I don't use them because I personally think it's kind of ass. But, I know you just see me jump into fire. I do that all the time. Yeah, that's my point, though. My point is, I mean, like I said earlier, I hate to repeat myself on this, but I got to. If you can't make, like, say, 15 guys on the Coalition, 15 guys on the Alliance, and you can't make them all seem super cool and unique, have epic backstories to them, or maybe you don't want that. Maybe you want to have it where you want them to be nameless goons, so that way, you know, you could make your own story on them. That's fantastic. Then why the hell are you giving them names? Like, why would you give a multiplayer dude a name if you want the player to put the, like, own story onto them, or their own, like, little reflection onto them? Because I don't know about you guys, but if you're trying to, like, concept, like, say, a character type, like, thinking about characters and stuff is really hard when you're given a name for them, and you kind of have to, like, mold a story around them. Kinda. Like, what if I wanted to create an epic, badass story about a man surviving in Iraq, fighting off those goddamn commies in Afghanistan, too. His name's Wyatt. See how goddamn lame that sounded? No offense against Wyatts, but that's my point, though. If you want the player to reflect on the character with their own ideas and, like, their own little story they craft, can you let them at least change their goddamn name? I mean, sure, the one character in Modern Warfare, the new one, Modern Warfare 4 pretty much, Ghost, you can make plenty with that because his name's Ghost. It's a very simple name. But that's the beauty of it. When you give them a normal name, then it seems very hard to give them, like, a cool little backstory and shit, because it seems like they already got one. And there's no fun to play as them, because then, you know, one, it either seems like there is no personality or there's too much personality. And look, I'm not trying to seem like I'm sucking on Siege's, like, dick or something here. Overwatch is cool with it too, with every single hero in the game having their own little backstory too. Same thing with Siege. Everyone on here has a unique story. I'm not saying like they're the best written characters in any game. Like, for God's sake, Tachanka, the guy on screen right now, all the way to your right, be honest with you, I didn't even read his bio. The point is, he has a cool name, he looks badass, and what he does is different from what everyone else on my goddamn team does. He has a mounted turret, which means anyone else on my team as a defender could run around looking for attackers. Me, since my ability is about a turret, I cannot move. I'm pretty much a turtle. I cannot leave. That's the, you know, that would make him a little bit different than everyone else. But maybe I'm just overthinking this. Maybe I'm thinking too deep into games, having, interesting characters even in their multiplayer modes. That's all I'm asking here. Or you could, if you're gonna give us random models, can you at least let us change their names? Okay, I'm not gonna sit here all night list off what Siege characters can do. The point is, guys, this is all I want from multiplayer games. I'm not asking for complete, like, everyone in the game. Oh, this guy can shoot fireballs, this guy can shoot lightning balls. Once that, of course, fits what you're doing here. But, I want character here. And, no, giving them a name and giving them a little bit of different look from another guy is not a character. That's just what they look like. That's their appearance, mostly. So, it's my stance on it, I guess you could say. I'm gonna wrap the video up right here. I feel like I've got all my points across. If you agree with me, say it in the comments. If you disagree with me, say it in the comments. I'll be reading all of them. I always do. And I'll be in the comments too, keeping the conversation, going forward. I advise any of my subscribers or anyone that watches my videos regularly, which those two things should be the same, just saying. Don't act like assholes to people who disagree with me if you're planning on doing that, but that goes for people who aren't subscribed to me, which why wouldn't you? I'm fantastic. Don't act like a dick to my people who agree with me because you just happen to disagree. Like I said earlier in the video, like what you like, but don't be a dick. Anyway, guys, I've been the Cheese Carl Papi. I'll be seeing you in the next one. See you.